We're talking about the 1700s now. Our colonies, because you're learning about this, right? Our colonies were fighting the King of England. Have you learned about that at all?
Yeah. Yes.
Because we hated the taxes. We hated him because he was a tyrant, an evil bloke indeed. And we went one day, decided we're going to fight him. Here's the issue we have. I need 2 volunteers. Milady, pick 2 for me, please. All right, come up here, please. Milady, if you would give me a 10-minute warning when we need to.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, now here's my question for you. You have to use your imaginations. These 2 are our Colonial Navy ships. We got 2 ships, okay? They're ships right now. All of ye out here are the king's ships. The king had the greatest army on earth. They were the most powerful country on earth. So if you've got 2 ships here and a massive sea of armies, troops, ships, how do you defeat them? Anybody have an idea? Raise your hand. Aye.
Cannons?
What's that?
Cannons?
Cannons. Well, cannons are called guns on the ship, by the way, just for any of you that really like history. They're called guns. True, but the English had massive amounts of guns. They had way more weapons than our colonists did. All right. How do we beat? Now picture this again. 2 ships, hundreds of ships. How do we win the war? All right.
Hope.
Hope's always a good thing. I like that. That's good. In the back.
You take the king's ships.
True. Very good. That's part of it. How do you do that? Go on. How do you do that?
You take out one at a time and you set it back in the bay.
Very good. Smart. Very good. I'll tell you what. That's so good. Come on up. I'm in a giving mood right now. And that's pretty good for a pirate, right? There you go.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for thanking me. Aye.
Teamwork?
Of course. You always have to have teamwork. Aye.
You need to persuade the other side for more to come onto the colonist side.
Here's the problem with that. Good answer. Good thought. But here's the problem. You're dealing now real life, right? And if I come up to you, not knowing really who you are, right? And I say, listen, because this is true. In the colonies, they would have to hide and have discussions like we're having right now. I'd say, listen, be a privateer with me. Let's fight the king, the bloody king. Let's win our freedom. And let's just say, I know this is not true, but let's just say you are actually on the king's side. I don't know that. And you march right off there, and you go tell all his troops that are all stationed throughout the colonies, they come in, and I get hung as a pirate. That happened. So you can't just think it's easy just to say, join our side, because then they'll kill you. All right.
Maybe you could disguise yourself as
That happened, but let's get back to my scenario here on the sea. If it wasn't for the privateers, we would still be under English rule. Mark me words, you can look it up. The privateers / pirates stole over $1 billion of the king's bank, of the king's money, and basically defeated him economically and then with troops. But how could how could 2 ships take on a sea of ships? Aye. Yeah, but they could set yours on fire too, right? I like that way of thinking, but there's something else. Aye. How do you stop them? How do you stop them? I'm interrupting you. How do you stop them? Here you are. You're coming into port. You're coming in on the sea. There's 2 ships. How are they gonna stop all these ships? How is that possible? All right.
All the other colonists,
Okay, what about it? You're on the right track.
or like you could like get them to fight. Like,
True.
if they flag.
That's pretty good. All right, come here. Give an applause. Very good. Now, I'm going to do this so you two don't have to stand up here, but for helping me out there. Okay, before you sit down, here's the deal. Privateers, by definition, a colony, in this case, what we're learning about, the governor of one of the colonies has hired me. I have a letter of marque, which I'll share with you as long as we have time. They give me a letter of marque, which gives me absolute legal justification to go after every English ship. I can kill everybody on board. I can steal all their treasure. I can do anything I want legally. And I'm fine doing that because we're at war. War is not good, right? I mean, terrible things happen. So what happens is, going on what I was just told, you two are big 2 ships, right? You're 2 sloops. But all of a sudden, I have this side over here. Everybody here becomes privateers. From the governors, they all give you a letter of marque, which says, all right, I'll use me as an example. I have ships. I have 7 ships. Well, I have 6 now because 1 sunk. But let's say I have 7 ships still. They come up to me and they say, Capt'n Mac, fight for us. We want to win our independence from the king. Okay, what is it in it for me? Why should I do that? Because I'm not in the Navy. So what is it for me? Here's what's in it for me. Any ship that I conquer, I get to keep. Pretty good, right? Ships are very expensive. They are today, they were expensive then. I get to keep every single thing I get that I take from those ships. I only have to give 10% back as a promise to the colonies. I get to keep 90% of that treasure. And then I get to share it with my crew. It's awesome. It was an awesome job, a difficult job, and most of the people died doing it. But when you consider a teacher like Sir Medale right there made maybe $6 a month. That's what they made. $6 a month. They got room and board, but $6 a month. I say to ye, all right, Missy, you come aboard with me and be a privateer, you can earn $10,000 on one excursion out to sea. What say ye? You're like, would you do it? Of course, because things were hard back then, way harder than they are now. So now, this whole side, go on and sit back down. Thank you. Give them an applause for helping me out. So now, this whole side are ships, privateers, guns ablazing, cannons, crew. Now they can take on the King's Navy, Royal Navy, and they did. All right.